Hello, it's the Randy Duck and welcome back for another video. This time in the Tier 9 Italian medium tank, the Standard B. Now I was finishing off the 3 mark of this tank, which I've now achieved, and I had some games along the way, and I thought I'd share it with you because it's actually a tank which I started off not liking and then ended up absolutely loving. So yeah, I've really got on well with this tank. And the first map we've got here on Ella Hoof, we've got this E100 who apparently is going to just keep ramming us. He caught us in the corner. Unfortunately, once he caught us, we wasn't able to actually turn our tank. So rather than just stopping and letting us get out of that situation, he just continued to push us. And then shoot us, because yes, it was my fault, obviously. But anyway, yeah, moving on from that, we're on LHU for the first replay. We've got one fun police in the game, and I believe one fun police in each team, and one light tank on each team. So we're going to go to the sort of standard location I like to do if I've got a little bit of gun, a bit of gun depression, and that is the location where this Barras is right here, who's pushed nice and early actually and getting a bit of intel on us. Now, I want to try and get rid of this Barras, to be honest with you, so I'm waiting for my 3 shells to go in, and then I'm going to see if I get an opportunity to dump a clip, but I also don't really want to eat stuff in return, and I kind of have to really overextend to get my shots into this Barras at the moment, and I'm not going to be baited, because I suspect it probably is, enemy tanks on the hill on the left, and if I fall overextend, like this heavy tank here, this projector 66, he would have been able to get shots into us. So I'm just going to be a little bit patient. It wasn't possible for me to get the shots in, but I am going to look to see if I get any opportunities to get any shots in, like we've just seen on this projector 66. And we get one in, we're going to get our reload in. Now, if the enemy team actually make the cross in front of us on the A1, I probably, I might actually end up dumping my full clip, just because I want to get the punish on them when they make that clip. Now, usually I would, when I play this tank, I'd say you want to, you don't want to gimp your reload, really early doors. But the thing is, you don't know if you're going to get an opportunity to get that damage in, like in this situation. And I chose to dump the clip and go on that awful long reload now. But I felt it was necessary to punish the tank's crossing, but also, nothing might poke for a while now. So now I'm on a reload, and I've got to wait now to get my reload back in. Otherwise, I'm going to make it worse off, because obviously the lot more clips you more shells you use, the worse your reload is. So I'm going to have to wait until I get a full clip back into the tank. But I'll keep having a look. I keep spotting this light tank keeps coming behind us. I would like to get some shots into that light tank if I can, but he's not detected at the moment. So I'm having a little look to see if I get any shots. You see now, I'm having a little scan. I've seen on the mini-map where this light tank was, and I'm thinking that maybe I can get a few shots in. So I imagine he's probably been a little bit of a pest to our team on the hill, keeping them spotted, which means they're going to be targeted by the front police or TDs on their camping hill. But, it wasn't possible to get the shot in because he sort of, lost the spot. And now I've seen this AMX-60T going in for a waffle. It looks like the waffle has reloaded, so I'm going to dump a clip to take him out. Unfortunately, I make a stupid bounce on the first shot, which I didn't need to make, but it was okay because the IS-3 managed to finish him off. Now again, I chose to dump the clip there because our Waffle Wheel 100, our friendly Waffle Wheel 100, was clearly on the reload, and I wanted to try and help him out so he didn't lose too many hit points. And that has put us up to 2,000 damage, but now I'm on this long reload. I'm going to see if I can make an approach to potentially come behind the enemy team, because if I do that successfully, then they're going to be in an awful situation, because they're going to be fighting me in the rear, and then the friendly team's in the front. But as I do this Object 268 actually does spot us. Now, I don't really want to lose 850 hit points off of this guy, but I am full health. I'm going to keep trying to keep him detected in the hope that our friendly TDs, and mediums camping on our ridge are able to get shots in. Unfortunately, he looks like he's going to full overextend to shoot us. He does do that, but he does pay the ultimate price for overextending like that and gets himself put on a one shot. So at least we traded out his hit points, which is nice. And then this Barras, which gets spotted in the middle, got a shot into us, also gets shut down. I'm now hoping that TD's not going to poke at us because he's a one shot. I'm hoping he's learned this lesson. but it does, you know, I've got to be a little bit careful. As you can see, I keep looking, you know, that way. But I realise there's this paladin. I'm going to be able to take him out without being under, you know, get detected, because outside of my detection range. And now, once this clip is reloaded, I'll be able to come in behind this heavy tank and, you know, clear the path for my team on this Prototipo 66 and catch him when he's off guard. And yeah, hopefully take him out, which we can easily take him out in one clip now. Like I say, we've got behind him. He's not going to be able to turn before we take him out. We use the 2 shells. But this game is sort of, you know, it's starting to, you know, go a bit one-sided now. Now we've got behind the enemy team, it's put them in a real awkward situation. We've got this one-shot 60 TP, which we are going to take out to confirm the kill. Puts on the 1 shell again now, but there is this full health Yak E100, which hopefully we can get behind again and maybe get 2 shots into them. At this stage of the game, I'm just trying to get all the damage I can. You know, I'm not waiting for my full shells to be reloaded. But it looks like he is fully aware that I'm coming behind him, and I'm going to just move out of that situation, because it's only going to end one way if I don't. Thankfully, for the good speed and mobility of his Standard B, I'm easily be able to outmaneuver that tank. Relocate to a different angle, and then we can see if we can get our shots in when he's not paying attention to us. Like we have, we've got the full rear of the tank. We're easily able to pen these shots. It's got good accuracy, good aim time, so we're able to load in these shots and actually get the full kill and finish them off, put us into 4,400 damage, 1,000 assistance, 4 kills, and we've just got this E50 to contend with. So like I said, the first replay is quite a quick one, but they get bigger as we go on. We get some bigger games in the next 2 replays, I can assure you of that. But yeah, hopefully we're going to try and take out, do we manage to get the kill? He's on a slimming of health, snapshot in, pick up the kill, get the 5th kill, and that is the end of the first replay of the video. But we've got 2 more to come, so I will see you in a bit for the second replay of the video. Okay, so thanks for staying with us. Here we are for the second replay on Hellfire Pass, which is obviously the new version of the Scorpion Pass. Not a massive fan of the map, but we do go on to have a pretty decent game indeed. Now this map has a few different spawns, and a lot of the time, you know, especially in this sort of, it's almost like one side of the map's alright, the other side of the map's alright, but it's too big. You don't even use both sides on most of the time, and it's just kind of, it's just too big, too silly really. They needed to do a smaller version, I think, for the World War II version of the game, but it is what it is. We've got 1 fun police in the game. I believe, have we got any light tanks? Yeah, we've got 1 light tank on each team. And from this spawn, early doors I like to go to this sort of location around this rock, because you can spot a lot of the tanks on crossing on the right. Sometimes you catch them out and you get a few shots in, like this TL100. We're going to see if we can get a shot in there, and then we're going to pull back into cover, because we don't want to, you know, eat any more shots, because we don't know what else is there. We're trying to find that information out, so we are poking to look for shots where we can. Yeah, we're just trying to find out what else is there. We found this E4, so we go for a quick shot in and we pull back. We obviously don't want to eat another shot off the E4 if we can help it. We're trying to lose our spot and then see if we can potentially get another shot in before he's got into cover, because I'd like to try and punish this E4, because it's obviously a very dangerous tank, you know, whenever I get the opportunity to. So I can't quite get a shot in, but he's turned his angle to us, so enough showing the side of his tank. So then we're able to get a shot into the E4, putting this on to just over 1,000 damage. And now you notice I'm constantly looking over the back of my tank, because I spotted this object 40 in the back. This is the thing about this position: you can get shots onto tanks which overextend on the hill on the left and also on the right, but that does mean you also have to be careful, because obviously if we can see them, they can see us. The Type 5 is crossing. We got 1 shot in and actually damages ammo rack. Now obviously the Type 5 is going to take quite a while to get to us from going this way, but also we don't want to eat a shot off of it, because, you know, if it fires one of those HE rounds, it's going to hurt. We're getting into cover of this rock here, because while I don't want to, you know, worry about getting shot by the artillery, but also I'm just trying to not get shot from the left and the right. I'm trying to punish, you know, keep these guys lit up on the right, in the hope that maybe our fun police would like shoot at this Type 5 and would get a lot of assistance, or potentially the sort of the camping tanks on our hill will take them out, and just see if we can try and win one side. We're not really winning either side at the moment, but I am getting shots in, so it's not going too bad. There is opportunities to get shots in, so I don't really feel the real sense to move around at this point on this map. Plus, it's such a big map. I'm not sort of full familiar with everything on this map at the moment. The Type 57 Heavy pops up. Now we get one shot into lower plate and we quickly get out of there because we wasn't sure if that Type 57 is reloaded. And obviously, if it is reloaded, that is not the tank we will want to be sitting in front, because it's going to put out a lot of damage very quickly, and soon we will, our hit points will disappear. So we're going to lose our spot and then see if we can get another shot in. But as we do, we spot this AMX 30. This thing is too close for us. It's going to keep us spotted, keep us proxy spotted. So you see there, we actually go down to our last shell because we want to try and punish that tank while we can. I'm waiting now to get us a second shell back in, because then we're able to actually clip this tank out. And we get the one in. We're looking for the finish, but we don't need to because it gets shut down by a friendly waffle. And that puts us on to 3,000 damage. And yeah, about 1,000 assistance, 1,600 assistance. So we've had a decent game. It's going well, but there's still a lot more into this game. We can get out of this game. It's been fairly even. It's 10-10. It's been pretty even all the way through. And we're just going to see if we can get another shot. We've got all this damage for this one position at the moment. We get a cheeky one into that T57 Heavy. Again, back up. Try and get a full clip in. See if he does full send us. We're able to try and maybe clip him out before he gets to us. And obviously, I don't want to be sitting in front of an autoloader like that if I can help it. But I lose our spot, so I'm going to go up and see if we can put another cheeky shot in, and then which would indeed put me to a one shot. But unfortunately for me, he's pulled back into cover. I don't quite have the the vision to get the shot in through all those buildings. So I take a cheeky look on the right hand side, keep monitoring each side to make sure I'm not going to get shot from different angles. Because obviously there is an E4 and a Type 5 on the right hand side. So I do need to be a little bit careful when we squeeze one into that TD, pull back again, because this sort of rock on the right is what's keeping me covered from this Type 5. It's getting closer and closer, but I'm kind of expecting that if he pushes out any more, I think I felt like surely our friendly team are going to have shots into him. It doesn't seem to be happening at the moment. I don't want him to get so close that he can get shots into me from behind. So we get one in. Unfortunately, we bounce off his turret. We put a second one in because, like I say, I know I don't want to give him a reload, but I also really don't want that tank coming behind us because it's going to hurt. And I'm having to worry about too many angles here. And as we do that, the Tortoise is now starting to push us. But thankfully, the Type 5 does get taken down. So at least we don't have to worry about the Type 5 behind us now. We do have to worry about the E4, which may or may not have shots in this. It shots into us if we poke out too much. So we do need to be a little bit careful of that. But that Tortoise, if that full sensors, obviously the DPM of the Tortoise is insane. So we do have to be very careful. If we can get behind the Tortoise, then it'll be fine, because obviously we can get a shot into the track wheel and keep him tracked in place, and he's not going to be able to hurt us because obviously the turretless DD. But we're now having to concern ourselves with this Sturm Tiger. We get one shot into his track wheel, tracking him in place. We're hoping our friendly team's going to take him out, because we're also getting pushed by the Tortoise at the same time, which is really a bit of a problem to me. We have to die in front of his gun. I was panicking then. And we're hoping we're just going to be able to get a reload in to take him out. We do reload him. Then we thought, great, we've got behind the Tortoise. It's all okay now. We're going to be able to farm this guy. We'll be completely fine. But then this other Storm Tiger comes out of nowhere. So we have to ground, quickly react, get in the cover of the Tortoise to protect us. We eat one shot off the Tortoise, but that's a lot better than eating the shot off of that Sturm Tiger. We get one into track wheel, but he repairs it. We're probably going to eat another one off the Tortoise here, but we've got to move because he's backed into the corner. We've got 2 TDs there. So I want to try and run. The problem is, as I've got to here, I've realised, the E4's still alive. So I quickly pull back and almost die by that E4. And this is a real problem for me because the Tortoise is coming around the corner. I can't sit there. So I'm just going to have to make this move. Hope that I get the shot in for the lower plate of the E4. We don't, but then the artillery's there. He somehow misses us as we make that push. But it's the auto-load artillery, so he's still got another shot into us. We're doing all we can to try and stay alive. We just squeeze out of there. Oh, he's hopefully we're going to get a shot in and finish him off before he gets round, but he gets taken out by a bat chat. And now, we've just managed to get out of that situation. I do not know how we survived that. I thought I was a goner for sure. But somehow, luck would have it, we made it through. And we pick up 1 kill, 6,000 damage, 2,600 assistance. We get the ace tanker, we got the high caliber. And that brings us an end to the second replay of the video, leaving us one more to come, so I'll see you there in a bit. Okay, so here we are for the final replay on Kasserine. We have no fun police to contend with on this one. We do have one light tank, but obviously having a no fun police means we only have to deal with what is in front of us, and we don't have to worry about getting shot from the sky, which is nice. So from this spawn, I often find a lot of our team pushes the right hand side of the map, which is what is happening. And I'm probably not going to be able to push this side out by myself, but what I am going to do is just try and get a little bit of information early doors, being that I don't have to worry about getting shot by the the fun police here. I'm going to just full send and see if I can spot anything crossing. Maybe just dump my mag and then leave as quickly as I can, because you do have the mobility of the Standard B. It can accelerate pretty quickly, and although you are a fairly big target, at least you've got a good opportunity getting out, out of the way. So we get one shot in the T30. We actually damage his ammo rack. We go for another shot. Annoyingly, that one goes up and hits his turret. But we do avoid the shot of the T30, but we only get 2 shots in, not the 3. Which is a shame. Like I say, I was always going to dump a clip there because I already knew in my plan that I was going to relocate the second I've got out that location I've got detected. So my plan was to dump a clip, move to the new location, because a lot of the team has gone to the right hand side of the map, and the time I get there I'll be reloaded anyway, so it's not a problem. And that's the flexibility of this autoloader really. You can pick and choose when you dump your clip, when you best not to. There's lots of targets to shoot. You don't want to ruin that reload. You want to keep firing a single shot. But you choose. You know when it's sort of the right scenario to put more shots in than the one shot. But like I said, a lot of our team's got the right hand side. I'm going to push over to try and help out and win this side as quickly as we can. If the enemy team does push the other way, I do have the the quick mobility of this tank, but I can get back to defend the base, so it's not the biggest concern. I know that I do have the opportunity to get back in. Now, obviously, this Object 279E in front of us has got pretty nice armour, but his turret wasn't looking at us. We was going to potentially get another shot in just to try and get his health down as quickly as possible, but he turned his turret, so I thought, no, it's not worth it. Let's just reload, keep to a single shot, put a little pop shot in there, pull back in, wait for this shell to reload again, and then we'll go again, see if we can get another shot in. The other Object 279E in front of us has got kind of an awkward angle for us because he's able to get shots in potentially when I try and poke this corner, but he does have to overextend quite a lot, and you would hope that if he does overextend, he'll get shot by our friendly team, but he is sort of hold down there at the moment. So I'm going to try and ignore him for the moment and see if we can get any shots in to one of these other tanks here. We can see an E5, and we've got lots of big TDs there, so I would like to get a shot into the track wheel if I can, and try and pick up a bit of assistance, because obviously if we get slapped by the E4, for example, we're just going to get 850 straight off the bat. Potentially could get all his health if we track and replace. So we actually do dump that shell there, and we get the assistance, which is nice. We get like 900 assistance. Annoyingly, we shot a fraction too early, and we actually mistimed that shell. So we're actually down. We went down to 1 shell where we could have been on 2 shells. But it's not the end of the world. We do get a bit of assistance. We do get slapped there, so we actually have lost quite a bit of hit points, which is a bit annoying. But we're going to go back up to the high ground while our friendly team push the low ground, so we can try and get some shots in and covering where we can. Unfortunately, we just missed that shot off of the Sheridan, but we've got other shots available, so we're going to see if we can get our reload back in and see what we can do, get some shots in. Now, as always, unlikely to pen that Sheridan as he's pulling back down into cover, but not to worry, we're still on the first shot. So we're just going to wait for our reload. We've got no pressure to dump a whole clip at the moment. The E30 pushes out in the front of us, a T30 even. Don't want to get slapped by that 750 gun. I guess it'd have to massively high roll to kill us, but either way, we don't want to take that shot if we can help it. The full health Sheridan is pushing our light tank, so we come back in to try and help him out. Unfortunately, our light tank's kind of backed off now. I kind of want the help of our light tank here so we can get some shots in. He actually pokes up and gets a shot into us there. At least we traded it 1 for 1. But now our friendly light tank is actually making the engagement. I'm waiting to get this shell in, and then I'm going to go in to help him out. He pokes up, and I actually have to take that shot a little bit too early, but it was worth it. And we get the second shot in there as well to put him on a 2-shot to us now, and hopefully make it a bit easier for our friendly light tank to take him out. But he has actually, although our friendly light tank got a shot in, he didn't finish him off. He is left now on a 1 shot, and then we eat another shot off of something which is undetected. Fairly close game. It's a 7 versus 6. We've got 3,000 damage, 1,000 assistance, and I think we've got 1 kill, I believe. We're just trying to wait for a reload to go in to see if we can get some shots into the heavy tanks, which are stuck in a bit of a sandwich to us at the moment. But as we do that, we kind of realise the time we get round there, we're not going to be able to get shots. And we've got this Batchat up on the top, and we don't want to push out into that ridge and then get clipped out by the Batchat. And then as Turan comes around the corner, thankfully he derps his shot. He had a lot more time than he thought there. He could have aimed that shot and it would have took us out. Unfortunately for him, he missed. But that is fortunate for me because I was able to then just dump my clip in, which I needed to do because he's going to then, otherwise he's going to come around now, and now I know he's a 1-shot to us, and we're able to take him out. We didn't just shoot the 1 shot there because we had to get him low health as quickly as possible because it was going to be our best chance of then finishing him off and actually surviving that battle, which we've managed to do, putting us on sort of, I think, just under 5,000 damage there. So having a nice game. We've got this Batchat we can eat 1 shot off of, and we've got this heavy which we can also eat 1 shot off of. But I need to wait for object 430 to go in. He's got all the hit points. I'm just going to wait for me to reload my full shells, and if the object 430 of my friendly team just goes in, gets shot, he's not going to die, it's no problem, and then I'll be able to clip this guy out. So yeah, now I'm fully reloaded. He just needs to eat the shot, wait till he shots, and then I'll be able to help him out. He has done that, he's eaten the shot. Now I know I can dump a clip in and we can clip this guy out. We get 2 in. We're going to go for the 3rd shot, see if we can pick up the kill. But as we fire, the object 430 just reloads and just beats us to it. And unfortunately, we don't pick up that kill. And it just leaves the Batchat remaining. So we're going to try and chase this Batchat down and see if we can pick up another kill. Maybe get us above to the 6,000 mark if we're able to find him. He's been spotted on the map. Like I say, this is how quick this Standard B accelerates. It really does move and turn, turn really well, and you're able to get across that map really quickly. We're getting up onto this ridge to see if we've got an opportunity to get a shot into this Batchat. We do. We get 1 in. Can we finish him off? Yes, we can. And that brings us an end to the video. So we got 6,000 damage, 2 kills, 1,000 assistance. Would have been the ace tanker, and I believe the high caliber. And yeah, that is it for the replay. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy tanking.
Enemy in sight. Hadouken!